there have been 887 positive cases of COVID-19 amongst transit workers, but since cutting off that number for the petition, there have been 60 more, half of those operators front-facing the public, the other half the people who keep the vehicles in states of good repair. So the petition reads as follows: transit workers are essential. They transport the many other frontline workers who cannot afford to stay home during the COVID-19 pandemic, whether that's getting our nurses to hospitals or our retail workers to the stores that keep food on our tables. These transit workers do not have the option of working from home. The riding conditions that many of us worry about on buses, streetcars, and subways are their working conditions. Since the beginning of the pandemic, 887 TTC workers have tested positive for COVID-19. 311 of these were workers who are bus operators who had little to no effective safety measures in place to protect them. Many transit workers have called for additional health and safety measures on transit and prioritized access to vaccines. We must do everything in our power to protect and prioritize these workers. At City Council on April 8th, I asked what work was being done to ensure that transit workers had access to vaccines. Since that day, 223 more TTC workers have tested positive for COVID-19, and these numbers will only increase if we do not demand a clear plan to vaccinate transit workers and include them in future emergency preparedness plans. We need to vaccinate our transit workers now. And it's signed by 636 signatories. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. All those in favor of receiving the petitions, please raise your hands. Any opposed? Carried.